Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to my weekly rants where we talk about what's hot, what's not, and everything in between. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back to my channel. Shout out to all my new subscribers. If you're a new subscriber, drop down the comments and say hello, what's up, whatever, how you doing. If you're an existing subscriber, hey, do the same thing. So, first of all, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm so sorry. I hop on here sometimes and shoot content and I don't have my mic on, and I know I've been having some volume issues. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. So obviously by the title of this video, I want to share with you all my adventure to Arizona. I traveled to Arizona for the first time at the beginning of this month, at the beginning of October, to celebrate my very close friend Ariane's birthday. She recently relocated to Arizona from California for a amazing job opportunity. So, I thought it was the perfect time to go visit with her and enjoy Arizona, because I had never spent any time in Arizona before. I flew through Arizona, but I never really actually spent any time there. So we had an amazing time. You all know, or you may not know, but one of my absolute favorite things to do is travel. So anytime I travel, you'll always get a video out of me, especially if it's a new place I've never been before. So yeah, she's living in like a suburb not too far from Phoenix. And first things first, when I flew into the Phoenix airport, I was like, whoa, it's huge, huge. We're still in the middle of COVID, but a lot more people are out traveling now. So that was one of the first thing I noticed. The airport was a lot busier than my airport here in Sacramento, California, or just in general that I've seen since traveling during COVID, because I've taken several trips during COVID. And airlines still have the middle seat. They're not occupying, so you're not sitting by anybody. But Arizona's airport was really busy, and it's really big. So I fly into the airport. I get in. I'm waiting for my friend to pick me up. And I don't know about you. I don't know if it's just a black thing, but every city I travel to, I'm always like gauging for like how diverse it is. And I didn't see many people that looked like me. That was the first thing I noticed. I'm like, okay, whatever. So at the airport, my friend picks me up, right? First of all, before I finish telling you this story, my friend Ariane is like that friend that I have so much fun with. We have like every time we go out or travel together or doing anything, it like always turns into like an epic good time, and this was no different. Okay, so the first night in Arizona, she picks me up from the airport and she decides, okay, she's gonna take me to like the downtown like art district, right? So we hop in the car, got our mask on and all that great stuff, and we stop because we're starving. We stop at this restaurant, and it was more like a brewery. It was like a brewery, like they specialized in beers. They were having like Oktoberfest, and immediately I noticed, we ordered some food. Like the food in Arizona is amazing. That's another thing. I love to eat, so when I travel, I'm like really zoning in on the food choices, and they're culinary arts. They're not playing with their culinary skills there in Arizona. So although we were at like a little beer place, I ordered this pretzel, right? It was literally the best pretzel I've ever had in my entire life. I can't really describe it. It was not too salty. It had a little salt on it, but sometimes pretzels are like overwhelmingly salty. The dough was like, it was perfect. I've never had a pretzel that good before, and it came with like 3 different dipping sauces. I thought I was tripping, but my friend was like, no, this is literally the best pretzel I've ever had in my entire life. The place was really cute. It had like a really huge outside seating area. We know it's very hot in Arizona, so there was like misters. It's like really comfortable. And they also had like 3 different bars that you can just go and order drinks from. Again, the cocktail I had was amazing. It was just like, wow, Arizona is on their shit, okay? So we have a bite there, we have a couple cocktails there, and we like to hop around. So we left that place, and then we started walking around the downtown art district, which was really cool because we saw different. There was artists outside doing like art in motion. Um, you can see murals. There's just all kind of like cool like art on display. Then we find this other bar that she had been wanting to check out because, mind you, my friend relocated to Arizona like I think the same day COVID kind of hit. So she's been in the house and she hasn't really been doing anything. So she's in a new city, but she hasn't really been able to explore it. So this is her first time really getting out and exploring the city as well. So restaurant or bar that she had heard about was not too far. We walked, checked that out. Again, another great outside seating area, great drinks. And so from there, we decide, okay, we're just going to go back to her apartment, right? And have more drinks, of course, and hit the hot tub. By that time, it had cooled off, right? Perfect evening, right? Perfect start to my trip to Arizona. So we go back to her place, more cocktails. Another friend also is with us. So it's three of us, excuse me, and off to a good start. Get back to her place. She's living in like a brand new construction apartment. It's beautiful. She always like is really good with decoration. So she has it decked out. She has this really nice outside patio area overlooking the pool. It's like, okay, I feel like I'm at a resort for the weekend, right? So we get our cocktails, we get our snacks, we go out to the hot tub, right? Now, my friend has made it a point, especially since COVID and just being at her apartment, basically meeting new friends, new neighbors. So she has like some new friends, new neighbors. These guys are characters, okay? So they meet us out at the hot tub as well. We're hanging out with them. Just great conversation, great night. So we decide, I'm like, okay, we're not going to be up too late because the next day, she has this day planned for us to go to Sedona. Now, drop down the comments if you're from Arizona, okay? Where are my Arizona people at? You know what I'm talking about. We decided to have a day in Sedona. Sedona is like an epitome of hiking. It's like a big place to go hiking. So our first adventure was going hiking in Sedona, and we hiked up Cathedral Rock. Cathedral Rock is like this pretty famous place to go hiking at. It's a monument basically, and it's known for like its energy. It's supposed to be like an energy source, an energy field for healing and just great energy if you're into that, right? And that whole Sedona area, Sedona, Arizona, that whole city kind of gives you that vibe, right? The other thing I did not know about Arizona is that it's a huge Mormon spot. Like there's a lot of Mormons in Arizona. I didn't know that. Specifically Sedona, right? There was a lot of Mormons there as well. Just Arizona, period. So Sedona, we're driving. This was a good drive from where she lived. A few hours, 2 or 3 hours it took us to get there. It was a drive. And it's a touristy spot. So there's like not a lot of traffic, but a lot of people moving in that direction, right? So we got our little hiking gear on and we're set. Before I finish telling you all this story, just last week, my friend tells me that on the news, they found, rest in peace, someone died hiking up the same area that we were in, you guys, Cathedral Rock. A guy was hiking and he slid and lost his life. So, it was no joke. We did not go up that far. And right here, I'll insert like some pictures of where we are. It was I'm skipping around, but we drive like I said, it's like a 2 or 3 hour drive. We get to Cathedral Rock, and it's like when you start approaching it and you see it with your eyes. When I see things like this in person, I know God is real. I mean, I'm a person of faith, so I already know God is real. But when I see things like Cathedral Rock or just monuments that just like, there's a God, like something supernatural created this. It's just amazing to see. It's something, like I said, I'll insert pictures, but it's something you have to see with your own eyes. It was just like breathtaking, right? So you see the Cathedral Rock in the distance, and you park, and there's like a small fee for parking. I think it was $5, and you go on your way. You hike up. So we have our water. We start hiking. It's not a hard hike, you know. We see people biking through it, and we decide immediately, you know, we're gonna go a little ways up, but not not that far. We literally see people all the way at the top, and when you see the picture of it, you'll see what I'm talking about. And we didn't go that far up, but from the pictures you'll see we're still pretty far up. Anyways, we spent about an hour hiking. It was amazing experience, and it was really good to get that exercise because I just don't get the amount of exercise that I need to be getting. So that was good. It felt really good. So, perfect segue. One of the things that I've heard about Arizona is just it's a one of the best places like for spas and massages, right? So we had a massage lined up right after our hike. When I tell you, this was the best, I would say in the top 2 or 3 best massages I've ever had in my entire life, because I'm like, I'm a spa connoisseur. I love spa services. I love massages. So I get them often. So for me to say like that's the best I've ever had, like in the top, I would say 2, probably 2 to 3, it was amazing. It was amazing. They literally, these massage therapists had techniques that I'd never experienced before. Amazing. They had techniques that I'd never experienced before. It was amazing. So after the hike, to have that hour-long massage that was like I said, one of the best massages I've ever had in my life. Perfect day. So we finished that up. Oh, I left something out. Oh, rewind. So before we go to our spa appointment, we have some time to kill. So there is this like shopping area, kind of like open air shopping area in Sedona, right? And we decided to walk around the shops, and they had all kind of cute stuff, cool stuff, souvenirs, knickknacks, whatever you want to call it. I'm a popcorn fanatic. They had a popcorn store, so I bought a bunch of popcorn, and just all kind of cool stuff, right? Stones and rocks. Again, they represent like this force of energy that the Cathedral rock represents, you know, of healing and all these other things, right? So we're browsing around all the stores, window shopping, right? I will insert the picture of the store that I saw. And if you've watched the video this far, drop down the comments and tell me what do you think about this store, the name of it, the sign that's hanging up. Tell me what you think about it, because I was highly disturbed, highly offended, and I'll just leave it at that. We'll chat about it in the comments. You'll see the picture. I'm going to insert it, and you tell me what you think, okay? So that had me, this shop and this sign, this name of this store had me like, I was dazed and confused. Let's talk about it in the comments, okay? So let me move on. We do our window shopping, great shopping. We have our massage, best I've ever had. Then we decide to have dinner. Again, the spot that we have dinner at, the food was amazing. I'm like, okay, Arizona has good food. And for some reason, I never put those two together. I never thought Arizona good food. I don't know why, but now I know their food's amazing. This place we went to kind of was like a seafood restaurant. So I had like a bowl of chowder that was really good. And why am I blanking right now? I forgot what my main course was, but I just remember it was good. Okay. So we end that night, and we go back home. And again, it's a long drive home. So we're kind of tired. We just kind of want to chill, right? So we go back to the apartment, chill, have a cocktail, whatever, and watch a little TV, whatever. You know, we're just having girl time, girl chat. It was amazing. The next day, I stayed for 3 days. So the next day, I wanted to try Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. Have you guys ever had Lolo's Chicken and Waffles? They're not in California, so I was excited to try them in Arizona. I'm a big Chicken and Waffles fan. So what we did is we DoorDash. We ordered the food to have it delivered, or actually my friend went to go pick it up that morning, and we had brunch by the pool, just lounged in the pool all morning, ate our food, and it was delicious. Again, more good food. And we just lounged. We were kind of tired from the day before, so we just lounged by the pool and had some food, took little naps, whatever. Then my other friend, not the one that lives in Arizona, but the other friend who came from California, and she was flying out. So my friend took her to the airport. And while she was at the airport, that's when I went live and did a live Q&A for you all. So if you guys have not seen that, I'll probably link that up here somewhere. Check it out. A lot of good questions and answers during those sessions, and I'll have more for you all to come, but make sure you check it out. And when she got back, we had pre-planned to go to Scottsdale that day, but we just kind of went with the flow, and that didn't work out. So we were just kind of tired, so we decided just to stay around the area. You guys, this is when things went left. Not like left, but like I said, every time I get with this friend, it's always like a bang, bang weekend. So our other friend is gone back to California on the plane. So we're like, oh, what are we going to do? Okay, we decided to go kind of bar hop again. And then her friends that she's met since she's been in Arizona at the apartment complex, they decide to tag along with us. Okay, so the first stop, one of her friends in the apartment complex tells her about this hot new bar that he's heard of. And so we're like, okay, let's go. We go, we get to the entrance. It was kind of hard to find, right? So that was the first cue, okay, this is kind of hidden. We find it, we get to the door, and then the two guys at the door were kind of like, okay, what's the password? And we're like, the fuck, what's the password? What kind of place is this? And we thought he was kidding, right? But he was so serious, and we were like, we didn't know that there was a password. And he was like, we're really cracking down on this. You're supposed to be on the list to get the password. He was like, I'll tell you what, you sign up right now on the list, you get the email, tell me what the password is. So we literally had to go on our phones, sign up, get the password in the email, go back and tell him what the password is. Then they let us in, right? You go down these stairs, really kind of dark and weird. You go down these stairs, and then you hit this wall, and it looks like a bookshelf. And I'm like, okay, where the fuck is the door, right? And me, from watching, I love all these mystery movies, I'm like, it's a trick door. I bet you if we push this door, we'll get in. Sure enough, we push the door that looks like a bookshelf, you guys, and we're in this underground little lounge bar. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. It was a really dark, and it gave you a classical kind of old school feel, like you're in the 40s or something like that. By the photographs, there's all these photographs on the wall that makes you feel like you're back in the 20s, 30s, 40s. I don't know what era, but it was it was amazing, and they have all these craft cocktails. It's just, I was like, this is really cool. Okay, Arizona, I'm feeling your vibe. So we have some cocktails there. We get some food there. Again, more good food. I have these no, they weren't duck pops. They were chicken lollipops. Have you guys ever had that? It looks like a lollipop where they pull the bone out of it. Really good. And we had some other little appetizers. But again, the food was good. The cocktails were good. So we decided, okay, we're chilling at this place. Let's go jump to another place. We hop to the next place, right? And it's more like a biker bar, some stuff you'll see on TV, right? You guys, I swear, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. We're in the bar, we're getting some drinks. Then all of a sudden we see this group of white men, and I'm saying their race for a reason. There's a group of white men and one black man. And there was some tension, but I was just like, whatever. And then the tension started to rise to the point I was like, oh my God, I'm about to witness my first bar fight. What the? And me and my friend were like, what is happening? And we're trying to get our drinks. And I'm just like, should we leave? Should we, because I'm used to, where I'm from, situations bust out like this and you don't know if somebody got a gun, they about to start shooting, what's about to happen. So I'm like, I'm starting to get nervous. So we get our drinks and we start kind of moving along. But this group of white men and this one black man, the things that they were exchanging between each other, it was kind of, some racial stuff going on. And in the climate that we're in, I started to get a little concerned because, again, I'm in Arizona where I said I'm not seeing anybody who looks like me. This is probably one of the first black men I've seen since I've been there. And he is going at it with a group of white men. So I'm like concerned. My friend is really concerned. And she jumps in the middle of them, you guys. Like, I did not expect her to do this, but she jumps in the middle of them and she's like talking him down. And I feel like he saw someone who looked familiar or that, he was comfortable with, and he kind of backed down and they went their separate ways. She de-escalated the situation, and the two friends that she brought along, they're white men, and they had a hard time understanding, like, why would you do that? You don't even know him. Why would you jump in like this? And we're trying to explain to them, like, when we see another black man, like, we see our brother, that's our brother. What do you mean why we jump in? So the conversation got really interesting and a little tense, but it was just interesting to me. I'm glad that, I don't know, in this climate, it seems like we're having these conversations more, and I think that we need to have them, amongst ourselves. At the end of the day, there was no love lost or no, I don't want to say disrespect. Sometimes I think there's disrespect, but I don't know. It was maybe inadvertently. I don't know. But the conversation got kind of tense, trying to explain, like, what, to me, it was just like a cultural difference. Like, these two guys that my friend is forming a relationship with, they couldn't understand, like, not even a little bit, like, why we would intervene or why we would even be concerned about this man that we don't know. And it's because it's like, I'm my brother's keeper. If I see another black man or a black woman in this situation, we're going to say something. We're going to intervene, So that was that. We finished having our drink, and I had my very, very, very occasional cigarette, because that situation sparked, like, damn, one of the guys with a smoke, and I'm like, can I get one of those? Because this, like I said, every time we and my friend get together, it's like, whoa. So we decide to leave that spot and go back to her apartment, you guys. When we got back to the apartment, we went to the hot tub. That's like the ending for every evening we were there. Had more cocktails, and by this time, I'm telling myself in my head, okay, I'm a bit drunk at this point. And we were Ubering, by the way, you guys. We weren't driving, we were Ubering. But in my mind, I'm like, Dominica, you're drunk. And I had a very early flight, as I stayed until early Monday morning, but I flew out really early Monday morning, like 5 or 6. So that means I had to be up and out by like 3. So I was like, okay, I gotta go lie down. So I just felt like I want more. I need more time there, you guys. I loved my time in Arizona. I love the city. Sedona was beautiful and amazing, but I want to see more. I do want to see Scottsdale. I want to spend more time there. So I went there this time on a girls trip, but I told my friend, she's the godmother to my youngest son, that, hey, I'm going to bring the boys back. We're going to come for spring break. I'm maybe spend more time, maybe see the Grand Canyon next time, which is a few hours away. But I loved what I got so far in Arizona, and I want to see more. So yeah, you guys, that sums up my Arizona trip. It was eventful. It was amazing. We had an amazing time as usual. I just love the fact that I'm so blessed to have friends to have and share these experiences with. And shout out to all you folks from Arizona. One thing that I noticed while I was there, though, it seems like nobody's from Arizona. There's a lot of transplants. Like, my friend's not from there. Her 2 friends she's met in the apartments, they're from other states. My Uber driver was from another state. So it seems like Arizona is a big, like, melting pot. A lot of transplants. So any Arizona folks who are from Arizona, drop down the comments and tell me hello, okay? I'm just curious because it seemed like everybody there wasn't from there. So I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and definitely leave me some comments on what you think about that store. I'm not going to tell you about it because I want you to see it and then tell me what you think, okay? So I'll holler at y'all later. Peace out.